Welcome to Learn with Sawgrass, the Wednesday live edition. I'm Rhonda, your education manager here at Sawgrass, and we join you live every Wednesday afternoon at around 2 p.m. Eastern Time right here on YouTube, where we're going to help you learn everything you need to succeed with Sawgrass. We're going to talk about our printers, we're going to talk about our inks, we're going to talk about our software, we're going to dive into what makes Sawgrass so different, and we're going to do some projects to hopefully inspire you and then also help you grow your business. So please join us every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, or if you can't, you can always watch the recording later. It is here on YouTube in our Learn with Sawgrass playlist. We do actually drop a second video each week that is going to be a pre-recorded video. My hope this week is you are going to get 2 of those pre-recorded workshops, but please feel free to comment on those. Rhodes and I do monitor that, others do as well, so we'll always answer your questions. Now, Rhodes is with me behind the cameras today, so if you do have any questions, if you do have any comments, please drop them into the chat here in YouTube, and Rhodes will be glad to address those. Now, you know, it's really funny. I wish I could say I planned this. It just kind of accidentally worked out. I don't think at any point did I realize that I would be bringing you a workshop on selling for sports during the Olympics. But that's exactly what's happened. We're in the heart of the Olympics, the first week of 2. And we're going to talk a little bit about sports today and why I truly feel that sports is probably the biggest revenue generator for you to sell into that industry. And we're going to kind of break that down as we go through today, why I think that would be the case. But I do feel that that's kind of a sweet spot for everybody. So a couple of things. First of all, sports and sports merchandise was an $18.5 billion industry 2 years ago, last time I can find a number. So it is huge. Where our sweet spot is, as Sawgrass users, is that personalized area of it. Because not only are you selling things with team information or sports information, but you also can add that personalization of photos and names and numbers and all of those things that make it so special. So it is a massive industry. Just as a reminder, people will pay 20% more for something that is personalized. So that's a huge, big revenue generator for you. Now, I'm going to walk through a few projects today, but by no means am I going to touch everything because this is such a wide market. Now, here's why it becomes such a wide market. So let's talk about a junior level hockey team. Now, you know I live in the South, you know I live on the coast. We have national championship level 16U, 15U, 10U hockey teams here in Charleston, South Carolina. So please know that no matter where you are in the US or elsewhere, a sport like hockey is still going to be huge, even if it's not a cold area. But I'm going to use hockey because of the Olympics, but I could easily use the same conversation on baseball, football, soccer, any of these. So let's say we have a travel hockey team. So a travel hockey team has roughly 20 people in a game. So roughly 20 players on, well, probably a little more, but we're going to say 20 for easy math. So 20 players on the roster. Now, what kind of things do a athlete need? Well, first of all, they are going to need slides. They're going to need something to put on their feet. So if you've ever seen the sublimation slides, perfect for pretty much any sport. So that's how they get to the arena and then they change into their skates. They're also, you know, we're not going to talk about the physical uniform, but the things that a hockey player could use. the slides. They could use t-shirts with their information on it or the team information on it or the tournament information on it. Baseball caps. Baseball caps are going to be huge for players as well. They are probably going to need some kind of tote. Yes, I know hockey players have the world's biggest bags, but they can still use those little cinch bags that you throw over your shoulders for those little necessities they're taking back to the hotel room. You often also see these as giveaways at pretty much any tournament you go to. So bags, bag tags are going to be huge too. Things like customized socks. We're going to show you something today that I think is just perfect, just for any player to have on their bag, especially the girls. So we're going to talk about that. Now, not only do you have the athlete, you have the parents. And any parent is going to love to have something that says, proud mom of number 13. They're going to love to have something that shows who they are. Now, what do parents need? Parents need t-shirts. Parents need hat. Mom needs a tote bag with the information on the team on it so she can throw the snacks and everything in there. We are going to do one of the things that I think are instrumental for parents, pretty much any sport, but ice sports especially, and that is going to be the seat, the portable seat that you can do and take with you. So we're going to do one of these. So that's a mom, that's a dad. So we have 20 players, both have a mom and a dad. We're now at 60 people who at least are going to need a t-shirt, probably something more. But we're going to say 60, 2 parents. We're not even getting into siblings. Now, for any sport, whether we're talking hockey, soccer, baseball, football, volleyball, lacrosse, rugby, whatever it may be, that's generally your situation. You have an athlete who wants things that speak to their team and to their sport. You have parents who want to support. And then, of course, now you also have the fans. Because even if it's just a little 10U hockey team, they still have fans, whether it's just fans of the sports, whether it's grandparents, whether it's neighbors, whether it's cousins. Now we're bringing in even more people who could want those things. What do they want? Well, base minimum, they're going to want a t-shirt and they possibly want a hat. So again, our numbers for shirts are well past 60. Now, why does that matter? If we go into the Sawgrass website, and we're just going to scroll down on the main page, we have this ROI calculator, and you're going to see that if I have a 500 with VersaFlex and I'm making t-shirts at $24.95, how many shirts do you have to print to get your money back? It's 50. We have well already paid for our printer just by delving into this world of sports. Now, how do you get connected? Well, any local, since we're talking hockey, any local rink is going to have a tournament. Every tournament So at a bare minimum, you can do that. Now, there's also school sports.